9 AD. The Roman Empire was at the height of its power. Beyond the Rhine, Rome was trying to expand its control across Germania. 3 Roman legions, thousands of soldiers strong, marched through unfamiliar territory under the command of Publius Quinctilius Varus. Among them was a Germanic nobleman named Arminius. He had served Rome. He knew Roman tactics, and most importantly, the Romans trusted him. But deep inside the German forests, something was already being planned. Arminius was secretly bringing Germanic tribes together. The Romans had no idea they were walking toward a trap. Heavy rain began to fall. The Roman route became muddy and difficult. Their long military columns stretched through dense forest, carrying soldiers, horses, animals, and supply wagons. The terrain was completely different from the open battlefields where Roman formations were strongest. Then the Romans encountered something unexpected. A narrow route blocked by earthworks and wooden barriers. Suddenly, Germanic warriors appeared from the forest. Spears flew toward the Roman formation. The soldiers raised their shields and tried to organize themselves. But the forest made movement difficult. The Romans were no longer fighting on their terms, and the real battle had only just begun.
The Germanic warriors knew the terrain. They attacked from hidden positions, disappeared into the trees, and attacked again from another direction. Roman soldiers struggled to maintain their famous formations. Their supply wagons became obstacles. Mud slowed the horses. Heavy rain reduced visibility. And the narrow paths prevented thousands of Roman soldiers from fighting together effectively. For the Roman army, numbers were supposed to be an advantage. Inside the forest, they became a weakness. Every turn revealed another obstacle. Every movement created another opportunity for an ambush. The Roman column was slowly being broken apart. As the attacks continued, the situation became increasingly desperate. Roman officers tried to reorganize their units, but there was no clear battlefield. There was no safe direction, and the enemy seemed to be everywhere. Varus realized that his army was trapped. The Roman soldiers continued fighting, but their formation was collapsing. The Germanic forces controlled the surrounding terrain. For days, the attacks continued. The once powerful Roman army was being pushed deeper into chaos. Then came the final disaster. The 3 Roman legions were effectively destroyed. Their standards were lost, and Varus, facing complete defeat, took his own life. One of Rome's most devastating military disasters had taken place. When the news finally reached Rome, the defeat was shocking. 3 legions had disappeared. Thousands of Roman soldiers had been lost. The disaster was so severe that the Roman numbers of the defeated legions were never immediately reused. For Rome, this was more than the loss of an army. It was a warning. The Germanic territories east of the Rhine would not be easily conquered. Roman expansion in that region was dramatically changed. But centuries later, another mystery appeared. Where exactly had this legendary battle taken place? For a very long time, historians did not know. The forest had hidden the battlefield, and the exact location remained uncertain for generations. Centuries passed. The Roman Empire disappeared. Forests changed, villages and roads appeared. But beneath the soil,
traces of the ancient battle remained. Archaeologists eventually discovered Roman coins, weapons, metal fragments, and other evidence in an area associated with Kalkrisa in modern Germany. The discoveries provided powerful evidence for the location of the battle, yet some details remain debated. How many warriors were involved? Exactly how did the fighting unfold? And how much did Arminius plan in advance? We may never know every answer, but one fact remains extraordinary. In 9 AD, 3 Roman legions entered the forests of Germania, expecting to continue Rome's expansion. Instead, they walked into an ambush that changed the history of the Roman Empire. The Romans came with an army. The forest gave their enemies the advantage. And somewhere beneath the soil, the evidence of that lost army still remains.